I'm Edmund Bartlett, the Minister of Tourism for Jamaica.
Good afternoon, Minister. Pleasure to see you as always. Thank you for joining us here at Expo 2020. Jamaica was one of the first Caribbean destinations to successfully reopen its borders to the tourism sector in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. Perhaps you could tell us where we stand with that process and where we are today.
The borders have been open since the 15th of June 2020, and we have not closed. We've managed, through the protocols that were established, a very vigorous and rigorous set of protocols that got the approval of the World Travel and Tourism Council as early as April of 2020. And Jamaica was the third country in the world to have the Safe Travel seal provided by the WTTC. So we built out a whole program of training and development of our workers and staff and the tourism entities. We work closely with the Ministry of Health in defining the protocols and also in developing a system of accreditation for the entities to enable a more accurate but confident approach to the reopening, that our people were trained, that we had the appropriate PPEs, that we understood the principles of social distancing, of wearing the mask, of sanitization, and we use technology effectively to create entry arrangements at our airports to enable a more touchless approach to the execution of the protocols. So having trained, and we trained 20,000 workers online during the period when we closed the borders. So we closed, as I said, in March. We opened on the 15th of June, and we have not closed since. Finally, we established a resilient corridor, and that was a geographical area running east to west of the island through a highway system that embraced all the beaches, fortunately for us, and the hotels in Jamaica. So we were able to create a bubble, a safe bubble, a COVID-compliant bubble, and that's the basis on which we invited visitors to return to the country. Since then, we've had just a little under 1.5 million visitors to the island, and we've earned for the country just a little over $2 billion in foreign exchange. We've brought back more than 70,000 workers of the 130 that were lost, and we are now looking at restoring the markets that we had in full and creating new markets, and that's one of the reasons I'm here in the Middle East.
What measures remain in place to keep guests safe once they do visit the island?
Well, we have developed also a program called Jamaica Cares, which is an end-to-end health security arrangement, which enables visitors who come into the country to have the assurance that if anything goes wrong with them based on the COVID situation, there's a health facility available for them, but there's an insurance cover and also a reparation program that they can be flown back into their country within a health system. And that is the first of its kind, and I think Jamaica led the way globally in terms of establishing this Jamaica Cares program.
The Biden administration has confirmed they'll be reopening the borders of the United States to vaccinated travelers from November the 8th, I believe. What difference will that make to the Caribbean in terms of airlift and arrival numbers?
Absolutely. I think the fact that borders are opening across the world enables travel, and travel facilitation is what drives tourism. And so we are excited that the U.S. gateway are open to us, and the Europeans can use it well. Jamaica is perhaps one of the most connected destinations to the U.S. We have access to more than 220 gateways across the United States. American Airlines is a big partner, Southwest is a big partner, Delta is a big partner, JetBlue is a big partner, you name it. So all the possibilities for air code sharing and connectivity between airlines out of Europe is now possible, and Jamaica is excited that we will be beneficiaries of that.
Did Jamaica use its time to improve the offering at all? Any new hotels, attractions available in the wake of COVID as the market reopens?
Well, the COVID has had an impact on the development of new products, not just in Jamaica, but around the world. The good news is that we have, however, retained the interest of our investors in developing those products. And as we speak, we have about 5,000 new rooms that are under construction. In the west of the island, we have over 2,000 rooms that are currently happening. A new entrant, Princess Hotels, will have started construction in an area called Green Island, just a few minutes from Negril and Montego Bay. And then we have the Sandals chain that is doing 1,000 new rooms across the island. And then we have the Hard Rock Casino that is coming with another 4 set of hotels that will number a little over 2,000 rooms. So in that context, we're seeing that the expansion of the product is on track. Cruise has returned, and we're returning cruise with a little more energy now. And I'm here in Dubai, have had conversation with DP World, which is a mega logistic center and maritime powerhouse, with a cruise facility, as you know. Right here is the largest home port for the Emirates. The possibility of collaborating with them so that the Caribbean can begin to benefit from the traffic that they generate out of Europe and the Middle East and, of course, India and Africa.